Hi, I'm Lady D Denise Gomez, and I have exciting interview segments and features inside the zone. For recording artists, you can sing? Well, Inside the Zone, second Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. is for you. Writers, share your story, no man, in From the Author's Zone on third Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Male Zone has unbelievably juicy stories of love, heartbreak, and triumph. 7 p.m. has never been this good. On Mondays, it's news, talk, engaging features at 7 in the Monday Drive. And Center Stage has everyone talking on Thursdays. Be a part of the show. Email me inside the zone nyc at gmail.com or call me 914-304-2592. For 2 days, the 5 o'clock hour is hot on Fit FM 96.7, www.fitfmja.com. Your life, your music with Lady D Denise Gomez inside the zone. Catch me on Monday at 5 p.m. for the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. And on Friday, yes, at 5 p.m. for Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. From abroad to yard, Trelawney.
Are you ready? Satideh morning runnings back. We'll leave a laughter at the nice lady there. What's your topic? You don't have a topic? Don't worry. Them have all the hot topics. Just come Saturday morning, November 9 at 10 o'clock. And bring yourself, bring your laughter, and bring your topic. It may just be a topic. Saturday morning running back. Saturday, November 9th at 10 o'clock. See you there.
Saturday morning runnings a comeback. I know no miss week, no mind. Been busy, you see, man. But guess what? We are at 10 on Saturday morning. And inside the zone with Lady D and the crew. Can't wait to see you now. Come join me.
Maxine Lanzier, aka Maxport, announcing the return of Saturday morning runnings, happening this Saturday, November 9th at 10 a.m. sharp. Yes, completing on a 2 cent, where we give away 4 cents. Blessings and love. Looking forward to seeing you all.
Howdy, nice and decent people. You want to see Saturday morning runnings are forward. This is Saturday morning you are come. So run, no walk. Remember say it named Saturday morning running. So run, come, make we talk up the things. Them a long time in a soon, you know.
A long time we no see you no fit true. Morning, Max.
Morning. Then how you not do?
Me say me no do. Morning, how you do? So good to see. It's been a
Good to see
while.
you too, girl. Good to see you too.
Oh,
Yes.
been a while. And I know everybody is saying, so what happened to the other stem? Well, it's been a busy morning, and they will be coming in from time to time. Jackie and Sherns will not be able to be with us, right throughout the show, but the show must go on. And we had already decided that we're coming back because we want to come back. We must come back. And it's about time we get back here. So it's a pleasure seeing everybody here this morning. We're good. A lot of things has happened over the past months. But guess what? We got listen, Max, a clear up throat. Throat, clear up, Max. Clear up throat. So we'd like to welcome everyone this morning. We're getting into the clear up throat part in a few. But want to say good morning to Yvonne. Morning, Drea. Drea said, long time. It's been a while
Yes,
it's been a
yes.
while for through. But we want to say thank you. We apologize. She said, "We joined the ranks." Then look who is here. Chris is here. Caribbean vibes. Morning, Chris. So morning.
Hey, good morning.
I must apologize to the Facebook audience. I had a bit of a glitch, and so right now I need to make some changes so that the Facebook family can view. I long story, so I'm gonna take care of that. But what I am gonna do is post the YouTube link on the Facebook page, and then persons can still come in and see what's going on over here in the YouTube channel. So it's a pleasure. Morning, everybody. Morning. Me and Max Daya, Max and I Daya, we Daya together.
Yes,
And it is Saturday morning runnings. We're going to chat this morning. Most of you who have always been on the platform during the show, the twice weekly radio show called Inside the Zone. Yes, you've been seeing me. And then those of you who have been moving around a lot and you've not been in tune, we welcome you. As you enter the space, we invite you to share the link with someone, invite them. I'm not streaming on Facebook this morning because I had a bit of a challenge. But as I said, I'm hopping on over there now and I will post the link. So those of you who know people who are not too versed in the YouTube thing, because everybody has a thing, then you can tell them to
yes.
hop on over to Facebook and log on to the YouTube link there. Welcome to Saturday morning runnings. It's a pleasure to see Chris, and King is here too. So please send out the link to someone you know. So Max, greet the people. Tell them how you do.
Yes, people, good morning. Saturday morning run. Just in case I think we did runway, we just run, come back. All right, so in the runway, we run, come back. So thank you all for joining. We had a wonderful and splendacious summer, busy doing things. Some people come up with name change and all them things, be as bright and pretty as you all can see. And just a few who didn't know, yes, Lady Dennis Gomez is now Lady Dennis Gomez Green. So now please keep her green.
Yeah. DL would say me fully green here now. At first I
You're
was
fully
going
green.
green. Now I'm fully green. So
Fully
yes,
green.
yes.
Absolutely. So
And the
we're just very
experience,
happy to be here.
thank you, makes sense, girl. And the experience has been good. It's been going, and she fine. Him fine. We fine. So it's good. It's a wonderful experience. And I'm enjoying my life. And I say I'm not doing boring. So even when downtime comes, if it comes, I am still going to be, hey, wanting to enjoy
Yes,
my life and live it for God
absolutely.
and live the best way that we can, and we can't do without it. Yeah, King said I'm fine. Yes, we're fine. So we're good here this morning. So we are catching up. We missed out on a few weeks for good reasons. I must apologize again. Jax and Sharns are busy. Jackie will try and come in. Sharns herself will try and come in. But Max and I are going to roll along this morning. Share in the chat what has been going on with you. I want to say bless up to my king. My king came through for me. Oh my God, Ryan treated me for, in the prep for pre-wedding. So King, big up to you, Massa. It was so good. So he was there by my
That's a real
side.
man. That's a real man.
Yeah,
Blessings to you.
he
Real
was there
man,
by my
yes.
side, and I so appreciate him. So this morning, you can post in the chat what's been going on with you. And the topic, we did not do an actual promo this morning, but we did send out um, the video, the promotional video to say, hey, we are come back. So a topic came up. We didn't really have this one on our list, but it kind of made sense. And so we're going to
Mm-hmm.
talk about this morning, Max, to cut or not to cut.
Not to cut.
What does that mean? To cut or not to cut? So
Not
to
to
cut
cut.
or
And we're
not
not
to
talking
cut.
about knife and cutlass
No, we're not talking about knife
and
and
these
fork and
things.
stuff. Mm-mm. So here what we're going to be talking about. So here is what's on the table this morning. Family and friendships are often the foundation of our lives. But what happens when those bonds are strained? Should you cut off family or friends who consistently fail to treat you with respect, love, or fairness? Is it self preservation or does it feel like betrayal? This question hits at the heart of loyalty, boundaries, and emotional well being. If you've ever made the tough decision to walk away from someone close, how did it feel? Do you feel lighter and guilt free? Or do moments of doubt and sadness creep in? So, we're going to unpack the complexities of this emotional dilemma. When is enough truly enough? And how do you live with the aftermath? Food for
Wow.
thought, something to think about. To cut or not to cut. Because family is important. God designed it so
Absolutely.
that we
Mm-hmm.
would have that male and female would come together, procreation would take place, children would be born. And when parents
Mm-hmm.
have children, you might be an only child, or you may be blessed to have 8, 9, 10 other siblings. And then you have aunties, uncles, cousins, grandma, grandpa, great grandmother, great grandfather, and the list goes on and on. But sometimes we don't get along. We
Right.
don't get along. We don't get along. Um, and we try our
You buck
best.
for it.
May I tell you? And when Coco, when you buck, when you buck for it and Coco come, some Coco hard figure down. And for this,
Yes.
you see it there, you use ice, you use water, them tell you do this, and the cocoa stubborn.
Good.
It won't go.
Not moving.
So Chris said, cut off, cut it off, cut off. And sometimes you don't want to cut off. You don't
But
want
you
to
have
cut
to.
off, but you
Mm-hmm.
have to. But what measure do you use to cut off? Is it total
That's a good
isolation?
question.
Right? Because you can cut
Mm-hmm.
people off and still be cordial, right? You
Yes.
see them, whether they're in your
Absolutely.
household or them live over yonder, you can maybe cut off by saying, don't come into my space. When we see each other, we will
Right.
greet each other. But if you're gonna
But that's
malice
about it.
them, if you're gonna malice, hold the grudge, then
Yes.
that's when the situation worsens. Because
That's true.
if you don't deal with the situation and lay it to rest, then there's what is called transference. If you don't deal with
Yes.
something, you can go over there. So, and there is a trigger, and
Mm-hmm.
you react, whether to the person or someone else, because a similar situation has presented itself. So
Self. Correct.
cutting off people for some people is easy. They just tell you off
Yes.
and go on about them business,
And
right?
they're done.
Me tell
Yes.
off me cousin and me just say, not talk back to me. Me have nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when you do that, you also have created that kind of spirit of resentment,
Yes. Yes.
and it can lead
Yes.
to other things. You might think you're fine just cutting off the
Yes. But for
person.
them, it's not.
For them,
Mm-hmm.
it's not. and you think you are fine, but let something else pop up and you see how you say
Yes.
something because you're
Yes.
triggered by it. What's your take, Matt? So to cut
Right.
off or not to cut off family, think about it. Think about it this morning. What
Well,
say you, Maxie?
personally, personally, I do not like or entertain animosity. I do not like it. I feel bad if people are not talking to me. I'm not talking to that person. It bothers me. Deep within, it bothers me. I cannot deal with animosity. I don't like malice. I really don't. And believe it or not, over the past few months that we have been absent from me, I've been having similar experience. And it's not even with a family member either. I'm talking about with my neighbor. It's not even
Hmm.
family, it's neighbor. And
Oh.
this person did me something very injustice and wrong. And I don't even know what adjective to use to describe it. And I just dried up with her. I just stopped talking to her. And she knows what she did. I met up with her sister at an event, and the sister approached me about the whole situation. And I
Mm-hmm.
did not explain anything because the sister knows her and knows how she is and knew exactly what happened, because I didn't have to tell no story to anybody because
Mm-hmm.
she knows what she did. The sister understands her and knows what she did. I hope they have it right, the right story. But the sister
Oh.
knows the type of person, and I have not spoken to her. But I was with a friend of hers the other day, and she was passing, we were talking, she passed and stopped to say hi to the friend. And that's our communication with her and I started again,
Hmm.
because I was there with the person who happens to be her friend, and therefore she couldn't avoid saying hi to me.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And she couldn't avoid talking, and she was spilling her belly about everything. And I did not say a word about, okay, I've not been talking to you because of this reason. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
came up about the subject of me not talking to her. And I haven't still not
Mm-hmm.
have not addressed the situation. But deep
Mm-hmm.
within myself, throughout the months and weeks when we were not speaking, I told myself that one of these days I was gonna call her up on the phone or meet her face to face and tell her exactly why I'm upset with her or what she did, even though I know she knows what she did.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and the reason I had that plan that way, it's because of the fact that I don't like animosity. I hate to know that I'm not speaking with my neighbor, who is the person I should have be able to say hi to or talk to if there's a situation that I need help or they need help. That's one of the
Mm-hmm.
reasons why I don't like animosity and like the malice. But
Yes.
we didn't get to that point because of the fact that she saw my friend and who is also her friend talking, and she stopped and say I. So that was how the ice got broken. That's how the ice broke from the
Got you.
malice. However, we
Mm-hmm.
still have not discussed or spoke about the whole subject of why I was not
Why?
speaking to her.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing too, in addition to that, the issue is I know if and when I address the situation or the subject at hand, it's gonna go out. It's gonna broaden because it's gonna go to other ears and other people who are
Oh.
close and involved. And
Mm-hmm.
then it's gonna get big and spread out and wide, and the sore will only get bigger. We end up in the hospital because now we have to dress the sore, so to speak. So
Mm-hmm.
I, within myself, I tell myself, know that she has said hi, and we have said that because I've seen her once since that, and I said hi to her. She said hi. She responded. And I said myself, maybe I should just leave it like that. Don't even bother to address the subject matter or go over
Mm-hmm.
it and talk about it again. Just let it stay, let it rest, because I know what is going to happen if I open my mouth and say, this is why I was not talking to you. So I leave it at that. So it's not a cut or not to cut in this situation. The cut it's not cut off, but it's not addressed. But I rather to leave it hanging.
Mm. And even if you were to have that one-on-one, heart to heart,
Yes.
how much of a blow up would it be? Would you not rather
I didn't hear
be
you broke
broke?
up.
I'm sorry. So if you were to have the heart to heart conversation, and
Mm-hmm.
even if it escalates, other people hear and are brought into that situation,
Yes.
would you not
Mm-hmm.
rather deal with it and whatever the repercussions are rather than leaving it to rest? Because things that are left,
I rather to leave it to rest.
you rather to leave it to rest. Okay.
I rather
All
leave it to rest because if I address it, it's gonna escalate because I know who I'm dealing with and I know other parties how they are. So I rather to leave it like that. Silence sometimes is good because
Mm-hmm.
it leaves peace for me and for them. And I'm at the age in my life right now where I'm not into animosity and I'm not into the sassy and the quarrel and the back and forth and who say and she say and he say. I have no time for that. I really
Mm-hmm.
have no time and I don't like it. So to me, if I go quiet and leave it at that, it will die a natural death. That's how I look at it.
Mm.
It have to
Okay.
stop. Somebody must have to stop at the moment. It's like you see an ant's nest and the ants are quiet and sleeping, and you go there and dig it up. They might go all over the place crawling, bite you and all of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. So if you leave
Mm-hmm.
the ant's nest and you don't dig it up, it stay there until and they go to sleep forever.
Okay.
But the
So,
moment you disturb it, you start having ants are biting under your shoes, they crawl up under your pants and everywhere. So I rather to leave it at that.
yeah. So for me, I like to deal with things because once I deal
Yes.
with it and it's laid to rest,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't bother
Yes.
either of us. And the scripture will tell you that if you are offended, if you reach out to the
Yes.
person and the situation is not
Mm-hmm.
resolved, then you can actually bring in one or two persons to mediate. So
Yes.
that's how I flow. And
Right.
truthfully, over my lifetime, I've not really had situations that I'm in contention with anyone or so.
Same
That's
here. Same here,
right.
darling.
Somebody
Same
maybe
here.
not like me for something, I mean, no,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but
Right.
I don't go looking for it. And if it comes looking for me, it's not my doing. Because me tell people me not trouble people.
Absolutely.
Me trying not forget myself into spaces to bother people, but people may be bothered by me for whatever reason. But
For whatever reasons. Yes.
until it's brought to me so I can address it, there's nothing I can do. But I believe that,
You know, sorry.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
If I may say here, the biggest part for me was the fact that we were not speaking. And I can't even say we have to say I was not speaking to her because she
Mm-hmm.
would have continued to talk and go and let nothing happen. But I
Yeah.
wanted her to know that I heard what I heard and I was upset. And she knows that I heard. She knows what she did and what transpired. But
Mm-hmm.
the happy part for me right now is the fact that okay, now we can at least say hi, good morning when I see you, and good night or good evening. I don't have to be
Okay.
your bosom friend and come at your yard and you come to my house and we on the phone talking and sending texts and all of that. We don't have to
Mm-hmm.
go back there because this
Mm-hmm.
person was not really my friend. Because we weren't somebody who were close, but it's somebody who I talk to because she's my neighbor. But
Yes.
I'm happy with the fact that no, we can at least say good morning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I
Which
don't
is a
want to get back into the body friend.
body. And of course, that's where
Right.
boundaries come in. So, morning, if you're just
Yes.
joining us, our topic is God help the topic this morning, to cut or not to cut. And we're talking about family and friendships and how the foundation can get disrupted. And if, you somebody consistently fail to treat you with respect or love or fairness, um, we want to know if it is self-preservation or does it feel like betrayal. So we're asking the question this morning because you feel lighter if you deal with the situation, or you just set your I done with that the family member or several. But if you do that after you cut them off because they said something, did you something bad, maybe it had been even a family meeting, a gathering to hash out, and it's still not happening. And sometimes, when these things happen, I may want to hold on to my point and
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to let it go. And my family member the same way, because our temperament
Yes.
doesn't allow us to kind of hear each other out. Sometimes we talk over one
We get
another.
stubborn.
We don't want
Mm-hmm.
to yield. And if we don't yield, then that's where you're going to find a lot of issues. And somebody will say, well, nobody now listen, me done. and they walk away. And so you'll hear
Yes.
for decades how Mary and Tom not talk.
Now talk.
There is no
Sad.
absolute relationship with Mary and Tom, and everybody in the family. If there's a family reunion, they know who going come and who not coming,
Mhm.
because they just can't seem to get it together. So even though everybody, and I tell people, don't just think, so like you, Max, who feel you can lay to rest, and that's your position. But I know that in the
Yes.
human makeup, we're not God. So we can't just flip the
Yes.
page and say next,
No.
and we're fine. If you see them, you're
Hmm.
going to remember. If
Yes,
you
that's true.
see them,
And,
you're
and
going
you
to
know what,
remember.
Lady
And
D?
if they see you, they're going to remember. These things don't go away, and it helps. And as a woman of faith, it helped to make restitution. Go on now,
That's
ma.
true. But you know what too? What I also know too, sometimes you meet up and you said, okay, let's ash it out, let's talk about it and forget it. But even though we say we talk about it and forget it, a lot of times it's not forgotten. People still carry stuff within them. Believe
And
it or not. So, and sometimes, as I say, sometimes when you try to ash it out, it just make matters worse. So in my situation, in my case that I just explained a while ago, I'm just gonna
mm-hmm.
leave it like that because too many other parties are gonna get involved and it's not gonna stop. So because I know it's not gonna stop, because I know these people I'm dealing with and how they are, one
Mm-hmm.
individual in particular. So I know my best bet is to zip it. So once I
Mm-hmm.
zip it, if I don't say, then I have nothing to say. And another thing is sometimes they try to bring them back into your life. Now them are come further. They coming, you
Yes.
invite them to the living room and they want to go in your bedroom and everywhere else and make things just get out of place again.
Out
So
of
I rather
place.
to leave it right there and we just say hi and we go about my business. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
look at it. And I'm gonna maintain that because I just know what will happen if I go further. Again, I go out, then they start to want to come into your space, they want to come to your yard and they want to come to your room and I'm not into
And you
that.
have, and again, when we create, so I hear you. When we create boundaries, it's healthy because,
Yes.
again, I spoke of temperament, right? If you know that I'm the
Mm-hmm.
chatty, talky one, who
Yes.
when I come, I'm your sister, and everybody know that
Yeah.
I am the one who want to say and give me peace. But
Yes.
your temperament can't manage me. You don't have the capacity
Uh-uh.
to manage all of me. So you will
Right.
pull back. You'll pull back. You'll invite me less to your house. Or if we're in the
Yes.
same setting, we don't speak as much because you can't manage me. You can't manage me. My
Yes.
personality too big for you. While you
Absolutely.
may
You
have
get it. You
another,
said right.
right, you may have another family member now who can go toe to toe.
Yes.
And for them, the banter is good. And they will brush
Mm-hmm.
off each other, but you will feel a little overwhelmed because you can't
Yes.
manage it. And I think
No.
I
Because
was
these things
saying
tend to
to,
occupy my mind. Mm-hmm.
uh, are you human? Again, we're not discussing it
Yeah.
under the measure that, oh, everybody should be able to sort out their situation. No, it is not going to be easy. If you want to bring in someone to say, hey, let's hear what this grouse is. Why are you both so agitated with each other? And if we are honest with ourselves, because that has to happen first, we have to accept that
Yes.
this one here makes me irritable, or
Mm-hmm.
she he is always saying something that offends me. It is just something that you can't manage.
Yes.
So if you lay it
Right.
out, because the method in every madness. Some people would just love to
Mm-hmm.
say,
Very
well,
much so.
let me we call a meeting. And
Mm-hmm.
you can't just call me because you want to call meeting. Everybody has
No.
to be on the same page to say, well, yes, we do have a situation here. Let us resolve it. But it's
Yes.
interesting, that Jackie came up. This topic here about to cut or not to cut was not even on our list. Jackie came up with it. And I'm like, it
Okay.
may, yeah, because she put it in the chat and said maybe we could do this one. So this was not
Right.
no
Yes.
preconceived topic. She just
Yes,
pop
because
it
I
in
didn't
and
I didn't
say,
know what it was gonna be until this morning.
right. So, we're talking about to cut or not to cut. We welcome you this morning, Max and Lady D rolling because the other two busy, but they miss us and they'll try to pop in if they can. So we're talking about boundaries in families, how we offend, how we cut off each other, how we not talk to each other, and it creates a dysfunction in the family. You may think that because you cut and gone, it's fine. But everybody else knows that there is a rift. And when you have that, it does not bring it into a wholesome unit as God designed it to
Mm-mm.
be. But we can,
Absolutely.
we can jump on and say, well, me a human. All are we. We're all
Mm-hmm.
we're all humans, and we can say what we want, do what we want, and so on. But did you know? And if we are honest, and that's why I say we have to be honest with ourselves. Which sibling or family member, cousin, auntie, or so, do not desire to really feel peace, have peace in their hearts when they see their family member? Who? None of us, because we're biologically connected, and we want to know that we
Mm-hmm.
love we cousin, we love we sister,
Right.
that we don't have anything. So why is it that if we need to have a situation resolved, it's so hard? The enemy not like unity,
No, no,
right?
absolutely not.
So he will be very present. So the thought come, and if you ever see when they are doing some ads or so, and they put a little angel, one of them little things over here, so,
Yes.
and it might have a
Mm-hmm.
finger, or you might have the sign of an
Mm-hmm.
angel, like peace, and so, and you might see another little one with a little fist or something saying, no, don't go make, don't go over there, go talk. That's a struggle we have
Right.
internally. Internally, you
Yes.
you're going to see the person, your sister, whoever in your family that you have the problem with, and it going to bother
Yes.
you. But that spirit of resistance kicks in and say, you're bigger than that. No,
Yes.
go over there. No, go over there. Go
Yes.
talk to
But
that
Lady
one.
D, what about the family member who might be a cousin? Well, I have a cousin like that. That's why I'm asking the question. What about the family member who seems to have the same problem with every family member? When I
Mhm.
say same problem, I have a situation too with a cousin. This person thinks that every dollar that you work in a foreign, you should send it and give her. And when you come in to visit in Jamaica, you should pack a suitcase
Hey.
specifically for her with all the name brands and give to her. You're not to hand to any other family member, you're not to give to any other family member because she is special and she should get. You understand? And she does that with everybody who is abroad. Everybody who's coming from a foreign should pack something specially for her, give her the most money and all of these things. And if you don't get it that way, then it becomes an issue. Your
Mhm.
name start calling and they start cussing you and you're mean and you're this and you're that, no matter how much you give and what you give.
Mhm.
How do you deal with a person like that?
Well, there are
How do you
some of
handle
us.
such individual?
So here the deal. Me no know which family member in a foreign don't have a family member who walks in the spirit of entitlement.
Yes.
Okay? They
Mm-hmm.
they they feel entitled. You must
Yes.
always be there for me. If you are not
Yes.
there for me, I am going to react and let you know
Yes.
that you have been in foreign for so long and can't send me a barrel, right? You can send me X,
Yes.
Y, and Z. And what purpose you have then in foreign? Because it's almost like
Yes.
you left your home country, headed to another country, and life isn't better. You cannot send me a barrel.
Mm-hmm.
When people walk in entitlement, yeah, Jackie no couldn't help herself. She had to come in by because she can't. So it's interesting that this topic. So I went ahead and posted. Oh dear. I went ahead and posted. So let me, before I get to that, let's finish with what you asked, Max, because I like to go step by step. So I believe that's a position of
Yes.
entitlement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when people are of that mindset, you really
Mm-hmm.
can't do anything for them that will be enough.
Mm-hmm.
You will never do
Absolutely.
enough. So you may manage to send the barrel, and next year there's the expectation for another barrel. And if you said, but I
Oh
had
yes.
sent a barrel last year and I have commitments and I really can't do the barrel this year, because most people
This year.
when they're doing barrels, they pack it over time. If you have the money,
Yes. Of course.
one time to go shop till you drop and pack a barrel, that's different. But most people pack the barrel, so then come home with two sardine,
Little,
two
little.
bully beef, two
Right.
whatever, right? Till the barrel full.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then they send it off.
Right.
So some people will
Mm-hmm.
never be at that place to say, when we use the word conscientiousness, they won't be
Mm-hmm.
as thoughtful to say, well, she had really sent me one last year. Let me pinch out of the barrel. And you do know that for some family
Right.
members, when they get a barrel, they open it, they go through it, and they say, but we
Mm-hmm.
not eat, say it's Jamaica because we're Jamaicans, but we not eat them a kind
Mm-hmm.
of something, what kind of can this is up name? And they spin it, and they may even give it away to other people because them not eat them there's
Yes.
some there. That's not the how their palate
Right.
set up,
Mm-hmm. Set
right?
up. Yes.
So in gratitude, they're not grateful. And when people not grateful, you can't manage them well,
No.
right?
Can't.
So family members, they will be our thorns, we will be theirs, because you can't discuss family
Mm-hmm.
from the opposite spectrum and don't include yourself,
Yourself. Absolutely not.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
we too may have done things to family members that they are disgruntled about. And maybe
About yes.
we too have not
Mm-hmm.
tried to say, let me go resolve this thing. When you have a
Right.
dysfunctional family, and dysfunctional families now don't necessarily mean that them always you wake up one morning and you hear down a crossroads say Tom and Mary kick off down there and hold them laundry. Me grow a country,
Mm-hmm.
so me know these
Yes.
things.
Mm-hmm.
How Tom and Mary kick off down a crossroad and how you hear them dirty laundry. Dysfunctionality
In the
is
public.
not
Yeah.
is not always um demonstrated in that way. It is sometimes
No.
very subtle, and it's
Right.
the subtle ones lead up to an escalation that you never expect,
John. Yes.
because
Yes.
suddenly you
Yes.
see one family member in a state that you'd never saw before. You never hear them speak that
Mm-hmm.
harsh. You never see them manner like that. And it's like you can't control them.
Yes.
How to cut or not to cut? What is the best? solution to maintain peace in our families. That's we really have to think about it. The topic may spark interest and it may cause you to have a flashback moment and say, but oh my
Yes.
God,
Mm-hmm.
after me not deal with so and so and so. Because if we are known to be the ones who always oppose a problem, everybody say, but all of us not stay, so is that one. So something must happen to that
One person, yes.
one person,
One.
why
But
everybody
you know what?
is drawing the same conclusion.
What I do know in my situation, yeah, 'cause this is what I'm talking about is fact. In my situation, I know exactly why this one individual is like that. When people can't read, they tend to act and behave differently. And that's why you can tell that this is the person with the problem. Because if this one individual is dealing with 10 of us, and all 10 of us see this one individual has the same problem with all 10 of us, it must be that individual. And this person I'm talking about is somebody who cannot read. I mean, they cannot read, literally can't read. And for years that I've known and been dealing with this person, that's how she has been. No matter what you give her, how much you give, it is still always an issue. And she has the same problem with everybody in the family. Everybody, they always abroad, and no matter what they bring for her, send for her, give to her, she think it's not enough. She still complain and she want every time and she want more and she want name brand. And she has the same problem with everybody and she can't read. So I take the stand that, okay, if somebody cannot read or is not intelligent, then they tend to have issues with people because they can't reason out stuff. They can't see reasoning. They can't understand. You can't explain nothing to them for them to understand. Therefore, you have to take this stand and say, okay, I'm going to leave you right where you are. You can't fix it. This is not somebody we can talk to and say, okay, let's fix it. Let's be away, done away with the animosity, or done away with the quarrelsome, or done away with the negatives. Let's keep it this way. This is not somebody who can explain nothing to and talk to and tell nothing. You just have to leave them and let them be.
Well, here the deal.
You see what I'm saying?
So, at what point then? Because that's true. You find that if somebody is not literate enough,
Yes.
there is a self-esteem issue,
Yes.
right? They're going to feel less than everybody else. Even when nobody is
Absolutely.
thinking that way, they will feel that way.
Yes.
And that's something you, over time, with nurturing and counseling even, can help. The only challenge you would have is if they don't want to let go of it. Because sometimes, the thing that drives you the most is the thing you don't want to let go of. Because if you let go of it, what you're going to have?
I have not more. Exactly.
Right? Some people are like that. And you're not going to beat them now. It is just a part of their how they are made up, their personality. So sometimes
Can't change them.
a little empathy, but if they are consistently worrified, you can't. It's difficult to get through to them. It's very difficult because even if you say, but I was not saying you no have no sense, or you are say you no have no sense. And then they say, but that you think. Even when that's not. So you have to also pray for that kind of skill to manage those kinds of situations. Because you might say, no, put a suitcase over there. So because if you put it over there, the cupboard now go get face slide. The closet door can't slide. And right away, their first defense is, but after me, I not go put it there so because you not think me have no sense. And you're saying, I saw you putting the suitcase there, but I'm only saying to you, if you notice, and you have to go a little deeper now. If you notice, you were about to push up the closet door and it closet door can't lock, right? So there you have
Mm-hmm.
that. So everybody now start to tippy toe, because if you said to Mary, she go take it to another level that you did not.
Level at all
You were
times.
not implying. That's not what you were thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So in the family, I believe in the family, every family member can give an account of another
Mm-hmm.
one who is either way out there so far that nobody can seem to reach. And I was just saying to Eval, that in families, you learn
Mm-hmm.
first. That's the first place you learn about relationships. Me born
Yes.
first, right? I'm firstborn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I was kind of getting everything. Then comes a second one.
Right.
So now I have to go
Yes.
learn how to
It's up a
share
share. Mm-hmm.
and not to be selfish. And so me born
Yeah.
first, so that little selfish piece already formed, because I was getting everything.
Foreman in you. Yes.
And then one
You can't do
second
nothing about
one
that.
come. So fine, parents
Mm-hmm.
start to teach you how to manage this. You have to share, and so on. And fine, you get it, you're share, so you're managed now with one additional one. Then comes a third, and you're like, so
Third.
how much more sharing me I go do, right?
Yes.
So there is,
Mm-hmm.
and then more children come into this into this spectrum, and
So
that's
you're
where you
you're you're a
start
little
to
bit getting it
learn.
smaller. Yes.
You start
Mm-hmm.
to learn how you have to navigate, how you have to be kind, how you have to share, and all kind of something. So by then you start to differentiate in your personalities.
Yes.
Who
Mm-hmm.
always beggy, who no love give. And you start to learn the terminologies about who mean all kind of something. And then there is
Right.
also so one where everybody else not seem, it starts there. Then you go out into the world of
Right.
socialization and all these things. Families, that's where we start first. And for many families, may I tell you, it not gone nowhere. It sit down there. Parents don't know how to manage it. Then the picnic them grow big, and then it get worse. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
independent now.
Get
And
worse.
who always
Yes.
a beg, who no give, who uncle did dead and nobody no send nothing, and me one undertake the burial, or who dead and all of a sudden I feel them name in I will. Uh, May I tell you, as for that
And it
part,
gets out of hand and spread out like a ripple. Yes.
hello. As for that part, dead left and all those things create serious rifts in families.
Yes. And it
Rifts
continues
in
on throughout the
families.
generation and it never ends. Yes.
You're here right
It's
now.
sad.
They're not dark, Ryan. Them just need help. If because some
God.
people's capacity to understand is not
It's just
as
not there.
clear. Mm-mm. As it
Mm-hmm.
any like
Some people don't have
midnight.
the understanding capacity.
How about parents, Jackie? Lord Jesus, Jackie said, "How about parents?" And yes, because hey, you see this topic here, it will create a
Deadly.
whole lot. So here is another young woman I know. This is what she sends me in my WhatsApp. When someone treats you like you're just one of many options, help them narrow their
Mm-hmm.
choices by removing yourself from the equation. Sometimes you have to
Yes.
try not to care, no matter how much you do, because sometimes you can
Mm-hmm.
mean almost nothing to someone who means so much to you. It's not pride,
True.
it's self-respect. All right. Thank you, Joy, for that.
Very good. Very
And
good.
I
Yeah.
saw
Okay, so
That's a good thought.
yes. Then a friend, Senia, putting in her 2 cents. She said, I can't join, but can you share my 2 cents? Had to draw the line with my father. I helped to support him, ensure he goes, doctor, etc. But this man wouldn't stop tearing me down with people, including my siblings and nephew. He sometimes forget to hang up after
Mm-mm.
talking with you, and on 3 separate occasions after talking with him, have good conversation, I hear him making negative statements about me. The last time after I cut off the call, I called him right back and yeah, I cuss him out, literally. Yeah, I repented after.
Mhm.
This was earlier this year. I still do what I can and take stuff there, but just this week, a young man who I was like a mother to stopped communicating with me for years now. Called to apologize. My father told him things about me and he took daddy's side and cut me off. He got an eye opener when he spoke with her sister this week, Monday. I've had enough. So most times I don't even call, and that's the truth. That's my story. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. So,
Wow, that's so sad.
um, this cut off and cut off thing can be very hard. And again, sometimes you will do, and it's never enough.
Yes. But
Um,
what about if you don't really cut out, but you just don't really communicate? Because like with in my situation with my cousin, I don't cut her off, but I just don't call her. She don't call because they only call when they want something anyways. And they
mhm,
call to say, hi, how you doing? Not because they want to see how you're doing, but because they want to beg something. Sometimes they
mhm,
don't beg on that call, but they call to open the door so that they can, on the next call, they can beg.
mhm.
Okay? So I don't keep in touch. I don't call because I know what was said the last time when I gave what I could afford to give, what was said and the remarks that were made. So I just go quiet. I just go silent. I don't talk to them because it's another thing when you keep in touch and start talking and make phone call, other stories and other people name comes up and they start saying things to you. And I don't want to hear the negative. So I rather not to even communicate. That's me. I don't want to hear it. So if I don't call you and you don't call me, then we're not gonna hit and I can live peacefully within. When I go to bed at night, I want to sleep. I don't want to go to bed worrying about what was said and who said what. That's
Right.
Maxine.
Yes, bro. And then there are those, if they go to bed and they don't have nothing to worry about, it's a problem. So
Interesting.
Chris says, I can't do drama. So to preserve my sanity, I cut off.
I caught. I
Mhm.
agree with you, Chris.
So let's just do the roll call
Yeah.
and say good morning. But before that, bear in mind now, mhm, that's my Alexa lady talking. So bear in mind, they always say is one family you have.
Mm-hmm.
And
True.
sometimes we come full circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we come full circle. Um, and when we do, it's it's a wonderful thing. There is a release that
Mm-hmm.
you get that you can't explain when
Mm-hmm.
forgiveness takes place. When
Yes.
one or several people decide that let's talk, there is a release that you
Mm-hmm.
get, whether they want to call it endorphins or whatnot. There is something that you get in here that it feels like you could fly.
Yes. Lady D, say it again. I totally agree with you because when my neighbor walked over and saw my friend and I talking, who's also her friend, and she spoke to me, I felt a sense of relief because when I have to walk past her house and if she's outside and I just walk and hold my head straight, I feel bad within me, but at the same time, I feel hypocritical if I should say hi because I know what she did. But when she saw us and she stopped and she spoke to me at that particular time point in time, I felt so relieved. I felt like a burden dropped out of me, like I felt lighter. Even though we
Mm-hmm.
didn't go through the whole aspect of what really happened, the fact that I know I can say hi now and she can say hi, I felt better. So you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Totally right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel, and some people will say, why was I holding this for so long?
Yes.
When that moment takes place, you ask yourself why. I would like us to do an
Mm-hmm.
introspection, to be honest with ourselves. Because
Mm-hmm.
as adults, there are certain things that you take on. You can choose not to like
Yes.
somebody. You can choose to talk to
Mm-hmm.
people. You can choose to go look a job. There are choices that we
Mm-hmm.
make, right? You
Right.
can choose to be nasty. You can choose to be kind. You can choose to
Mm-hmm.
be helpful. You can choose to encourage people. All of these things are choices that we
Mm-hmm.
make.
Right.
You can choose to be brash.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would help us if we kind of go do an evaluation, a self-evaluation, and see. Because a topic like this is not shouldn't just be a flyby moment where,
Yes.
you know, I can think of 50 people who long time over the last 50 years me not talk to, and then can just stand over this
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. I mean, I know some people live like that, and it matter to them
Yes.
if them not see you, and them we
Yes.
tell you say them can dead and gone, and it wouldn't have matter. You know, you choose to do
Well,
these
I can't,
things.
and that's not me. Yeah, I don't
Mhm,
think like, as I said in the beginning of the show, I don't like animosity. I don't like quarrel, and I don't like vexation. You
mhm,
know, but I can go quiet too. And sometimes it's not that you vex with people, but you just get caught up in your own personal life and you don't call them and talk to them, so they think you're upset with them. But it's really and truly in these days and age, it's hard to keep up with everyone. And I know you're experiencing that too. And every one of us on this call here this morning is experiencing that, where you can't keep up with everybody every time. And you have some people wanting to keep up with them consistently all day long, every month or every week. You must give them a call or send them a text. But you have your own life to live. You're caught up with job, work, kids, whatever that might be, that you can't keep up with friends and family all day long. So it's not
mhm,
that you're upset with them or you cut them off. It's just that you're not communicating as often, as sharp as
mhm.
you'd want to.
Well, I guess this is why there is social media and something called a WhatsApp and a WhatsApp group.
Yes,
So, if you're a
yes,
part of a family WhatsApp group, which at this point many people have, that kind
yes.
of help
I
you
have.
out. If you're not the one-on-one kind, then
Yes,
you drop it in the group, morning everybody, and you're gone. Then can't say they not
yes.
see you,
Gone about your business. Yes,
right?
right.
They can't say they didn't see you. I have a
No
family WhatsApp
excuse.
group, and there are some family members, we say them only peep, them only drop in every now and again. And then when
No
you
and
do
then,
see them, it's
yes,
a big thing. We have to laugh and, say, hey, look who
yes,
show up, kind of thing. Right? Because
right. Mm-hmm.
and again, some people not like that. They don't want to talk all the time. Hey, me give you that.
Yes, true.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's when you have serious grouses in your family, man. Something who
Yes.
says somebody bad mind, is the serious things that sit there, and then
Mm-hmm.
when they blow up badly.
Right.
And sometimes you don't, I'll use the word again, capacity to manage a badly.
To manage it. Yes.
Mhm. So Jackie had written a note here. Let me go back to it. It says, someone I know has had a strained relationship with her mother because the mother thinks that whatever she does for her children, though small, it is not for free, even while she is living with yeah, even while she's living with them. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, well. So, expectations.
Yes.
Expectations. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ryan, him now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jackie says she has a family WhatsApp group. No, we know
I do
King.
too.
King says I can be harsh. I can be the harsh one because people always come with their emotions. Yes, sir. Uh, to be
Yes.
to be harsh has its place.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you have to just say to somebody, back up here a little bit and have
Mm-hmm.
the talk. Because,
Mm-hmm.
depending on where you fall in a family, if you're middle, the first ones always think, the first two or first five always think they have the
Mm-hmm.
right, the autonomy to
Mm-hmm.
kind of tell you what they feel and so on. And you're an
Yeah,
adult
'cause they're
now.
old.
You can, you're an adult. You're an adult now. You can form your own, right, reasoning. And you might
Opinion,
have
of
to say,
course.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
stop little bit here, don't talk to me like that. So sometimes you have to set
Right.
that boundary and say, if you want to talk
Yes.
to me, let's talk, but don't come at me. Because some people don't have the communication skills. A conversation
Yes.
is different from a trace off.
Yes. Absolutely.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
If you want, tell me off.
Definitely.
But if it's something you want to talk to me about, then there is the right approach to do that.
Right channel and the right
Huh?
way. Right method. Yes. The right method. Yeah.
So Jackie says, my brother that died has one child, and because of her demeanor and her personality, she got the cut. Same thing they know. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So sometimes a cut can be instantaneous and it can
Mm-hmm.
be over time.
Yes.
And if it's
A lot
over
of times it's
time,
overtime.
mhm, and if it's over time, it's because
A
maybe
lot of
people
times it's
get burned
overtime. Yeah.
out. Because we can get burnt out
Yes.
by things,
Of course.
right? You
Mm-hmm.
can get burned out, man.
Yes.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you can get burnout, and even when the burning happen, really want that, want
No.
that, but it's like your last parados, as we say. That's
Mm-hmm.
the last thing to go. The show ends at
Right.
11:30, but I think who else? Oh, hey there, Sister Morrison. Sister Morrison says, I have a family member like that. She thinks she's entitled to everything. If you give someone else anything, the cussing start. What you do to person like that, and she never give. So there is the wanty what, there.
Welcome to the club, Miss Beverly.
Yes, but I think though, method to every madness again. Because if you tell a person again, you're not tracing them. If you're having a conversation with someone and you say, listen, each time we notice that you want things, but if we ask you for something, you never have it. You can say, well, you think maybe one time you could say, maybe me can give Mary Jane or offer something. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
they take a standoff position and say, well, oh no, have him more than me, because there are myriad of reasons, why things
Yes.
happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Some might
Mm-hmm.
see you and think you have it, and then I know so you do the crackers thing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a way of saying, hey, I'm going to have to step back from giving you. I have priorities. Maybe two more can offer you something, but right now I can't. And you honestly
Right.
said it in good faith. If they take it in a negative way, you can't do nothing about that.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
It don't mean you're going
And
to cut
most of the
now,
times they do.
right? It don't mean you're
Mm-hmm.
going cut, but it simply means you have stepped back a bit and said, hey, this is what um, I'm going to do. So just in case you don't see it come next month, um, this is the
You're not
reason.
surprised.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Right? You're not surprised. Let for those of you who are on and you're wondering, you're trying to catch up. Let me read the promo for you again before we go. Family and friends. So the topic is to cut or not to cut. Thank you, Jackie. Family and friendships. Family and friendships are often the foundation of our lives. But what happens when those bonds are strained? Should you cut off family or friends who consistently fail to treat you with respect, love, or fairness? Is it self preservation or does it feel like betrayal? This question hits at the heart of loyalty, boundaries, and emotional well being. If you've ever made the tough decision to walk away from someone close, how did it feel? Do you feel lighter and guilt free? Or do moments of doubt and sadness creep in? Let's unpack the complexities of this emotional dilemma. When is enough truly enough? And how do you live with the aftermath? That's our focus this morning. King may say him just walk on God about film business and him no care. Somebody
I
else
think that's
might.
another thing, Lady D.
Mhm,
That's another thing too. Men tend to handle those, as King said, he just gone on a case. Men tend to handle these things differently from women. Because for
mhm,
some reason we're more emotional and we more dwell on things than men do. A man can say, oh, something like here and gone. We know have to divulge and dig into and think about it and it can't leave our heads and because that's just how we are and how we're made up.
mhm,
So when they can just walk away and not say anything or don't let it bother, we tend to live with it or stay with it or think about it or continue to follow through with it.
mhm.
We're just different.
Yes, we are. So he says, King, well, for me, I tell everyone where to go family member, friends, co worker, everybody. Everybody know me. I tell you exactly where to go. Okay, sir, we hear you.
Okay, but not.
Mhm. So what he says, that's true too. When I was small, I did not say much, but God help me know. Okay. So so based on what Sister Morrison asked, and she says sometimes me feel like me want to cut. So Sister Morrison, I really cut. But just as I said, you can just have that talk with her and say, hey, me not go able to do this for a while. You just give me a little break and leave it there. So so
Mhm.
Jackie said, then not cut Beverly. Hey. Oh
Oh
God. But
Lord.
yeah, I hope that we all, because I'm sure this sparked a lot of,
Yes.
those who we didn't even forget.
Retracing of steps.
Some even forgot that
Yes.
maybe they may
It,
cut some people, some family member. Oh God. But
yes.
anyway, I want to say, let's do our shout outs, Max. So Yvonne, Drea, Chris, Marie. Who else is here? Let's see. Charlesy. Good morning. And she said, good morning, Mrs. Go Green and friends.
Mrs.
Welcome.
Gogan. Thank you.
uh-huh. Valerie Chin. Morning, Val. Yeah. Um, yes. I would talk about it, but I would be mindful of that person going forward. Yes. So I hope we have been able to
Exactly.
help and to, you know, identify some of these issues. Good afternoon to my cousin, Callie. She's saying good morning to me, but it's now What time now, Callie? 12:21.
It's 11:22.
No,
It's 11:22 here.
maybe it's 5 o'clock at evening or something. Mhm. So, as we're wrapping up, yes, if you choose to cut your family member, that's a matter of choice. But if you want to, you
Of
know,
choice.
yeah, matter of choice. But if you think you want to, oh, it's 4:22 now. Okay, thank you, my dear. And it's 12:22 for Drea. Okay. So, I hope not many of us have cut our family members, like cut them off and can't bother with them. Uh, Maybe we have to go give an account. We don't know when we go heaven how it a go. God a go say, so Denise, why did you cut off Mary? Maybe we have to, we have to go give an account. Remember, so we have to go give an account of the deeds done in our
Yes.
mortal bodies. Hello.
Yes.
So go
Yes.
find, I recommend that you seek out your family member and make restitution. Go have a conversation.
Crucial. Yes.
If you reach out and they don't receive you, then you can walk away peacefully and said, I tried.
Brush off your foot. As the Bible says, brush your foot or brush the dust
Right?
off of your foot.
Right? If you know that you have offended, and it's family member now, and it can go across the board to friends, co-worker,
Yes.
anybody, but it's geared toward family this morning. If you know that you and a family member are at odds, I recommend that you reach out. Just say
Mm-hmm.
hi, how you do, and you may get a response either in silence, or you may get what you call me for, or you may get hi. But don't let that deter you. You can
Yes.
continue by saying, I miss you. You're my sister, you're my cousin, and
Yes.
I would like us to resolve this situation. Can
Mm-hmm.
we talk? If they're in close proximity to you, have a sit down. If they're far away
Yes.
and you can manage conversation well enough by phone, do not text. I tell people, if you want to sort out something, unless you are a very good writer,
Mm-hmm.
what you write can be misconstrued, and what you write may not be communicated the way you want it to. Writing can be
Absolutely.
your downfall, because you may write the
Yes.
way your
Make it,
thoughts are feeling, but the composing of it is not done well.
and it cause further problem.
Uh-huh. So if you're not that skilled, no bother. But if you can express yourself vocally, please do that. That would be my
Yes.
last ask for all my viewers who are listening, because me have to go give an
Yes.
account. Somebody have to go give an account. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
beef with people, and in my family, me and everybody talk. Me no have no issue in
Yes.
my family where they hear say Denise and whoever not talk. Me no have that.
I don't
Me
have
no,
it
me
either.
no have
I don't
it.
have beef in my family. It's just this one cousin that, we're not in malice, but since the last time I talked to her, saw her in Jamaica, me just not, but me just, we know not in malice, but me just not bother with her because of who she is and how
Mhm.
she is, and she, as I said before, is the same with her with everybody else. So we all understand who she is and how she is and why she's the way she is. So I just let it be.
See Jackie, she
It's
you
not that
know.
we're in malice or we're not talk or we carrying grudges. That's not it. It's just that we just leave it quiet. Just not about
Yes,
with
yes.
the communication because it just muddy
Mhm.
up the water. So make the water stay pretty on top
Got
and the
you.
mud stay on the bottom.
But as I was there giving my oratory, Jackie, she right, because Mary thief me egg from under me black fowl. Mhm. So anybody,
No.
it could be that. It could be your teeth a egg, or your teeth me pants, or you take me frock, or you know, ask me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you not like something? Are you this? Are you something? And sometimes these things are simple. Again, if it's not a deadlift or nobody take nobody, somebody, or anything of that, and none of them mess,
Nature.
and it is a simple
Mm-hmm.
thing that escalated. Just call, talk, get over it, get past it. We're all going to have to give an account of the deeds done in our mortal bodies. If anybody believe in the Bible rightly dividing the word of truth, me a Christian, so me have to
Mm-hmm.
drop that in there. Go make your
Yes.
restitution. Like how Parker make me Parker now. Morning, Parks. You're late. Mm-hmm. And me could have so, so Parker, me church girl. And Parker make me um ask me to pick up. So me could have cut Parker. Parker make me carry food on my way to her house, and then she tell me she don't want church. Me said, then Parker, why didn't you tell me that you are going somewhere so that I would know what to
You know,
do? So me and Parker
you know,
hash
logo,
that
logo with the
out.
food.
Right. So me deal with it right on spot. So
But yes,
I took it to her at the location, right? In
nice.
good grace. So all I'm saying, express yourselves, be gentle, be kind,
Yes.
and we are
Yes.
going. So Max, what you're gonna do now? Come here, come go round, me a go along round, go up, go down, so go round.
And
So
well, the one important thing I want to add to the end of the show here, to end the show, is the fact that we have to also pray for these people. Prayer changes things, that it changes people. So let's add in a lot of prayer. These days, ever since I don't do things or go places or whatever without praying. So prayer, we know, changes things, that it changes people. So let's add that to it.
that's
It
right.
should be the icing on the cake, the prayer. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because
You have to
dealing with
pray.
individuals these days is one of the hardest things. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to do a lot of praying.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So
Yeah.
I am going to beg everybody to go make a restitution. I made it with Parker. See, Jackie said me almost cut you, but me not cut you. You know me love you. So because some of us will hold things, and when you do, it sit
Hmm.
down in there and fester up
Yes.
like a sore foot.
Yeah, then it busts out.
Aye. And then we have to go put where they call something
Yeah.
name where you're greater again. You're greater a
Busy.
busy. Then we have to go greater
Our green
busy.
chocolate.
We have to go do some gratering and use gentian violet.
Mm-hmm. Ayoda farm.
Ryan say, come
Ayoda
here,
farm,
Lord.
Tracy. Oh Lord, it was a wonderful show though.
Lordy Jesus. But I want to thank everybody. We come back now. So we are good there. And please, those of you who came on and you're not subscribed, you maybe saw the link. Oh, so here what happened to me now before I wrap up. So the platform I use is called StreamYard to do these shows. So because I hadn't been using it, I use it to record the announcements for church, but I haven't been doing the live show. So when I
Mhm.
went on this morning, StreamYard told me that because I haven't been on, I need to sign back into the Inside the Zone Facebook, the Lady D Gomez Facebook, and the Fun in the Sun. So I clicked the first one, and I write down my passwords. Most things, though, I can tell anybody, most of my platforms, I log in manually because I need to retain my login passwords and stuff. I have them written down, but I
Right.
write them, I log in quickly because I keep doing that and I remember. But for this platform, I just
Right.
leave it up. Braps me got in there this morning, typing in the password, it to say to send me code and whatnot. As I'm doing that now, I told it to log me in through Google. Fine. I put in my password. Then it takes me over onto a page. Don't ask me what Denise Gomez Green did. Me end up touching a language there. Me realize I'm in Deutsch. I'm in German. No, again, not across the board because I'm still in English on my device here, but it's reconnecting through StreamYard. So right now I'm looking at German languages. I'm like, what the devil? Which is why I couldn't stream over there. So I'm on LinkedIn now.
Right.
I'm on YouTube. Those were the two platforms I had access to. So me go over now, go learn German fast and get back to English. There comes a time
I'll
things
take
push,
over.
some things push you into
I know.
new knowledge base. So me go learn German to
Yes.
get myself back out.
German. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's true. Yes. That's
So
true. And I know that's how technology works. When you don't do something for a while and you go back to do it, you're like, they always do that. You have to log back in, put in the password. I have that experience too. So
mhm,
rightfully so.
there you go. So Jackie is reminding everybody, cake still bake, pudding still a make, Christmas a come, they are wait for your order. Jackie, please drop your phone number. So please call Jackie. As a matter of fact, we'll come off now, Max. We gone all 4 minutes over, but make we just do this
Yeah.
quickly, like we used to. Something go
Right.
away. Let's do this quickly so everybody can get the promo going. Get promo going. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. So, all right. So Max, this is the same old picture may have up here. I don't know if you have new platform, but go ahead.
Yes. So get the Max from Max Poet. Yes, I do poetry, part one English pieces, and I also do reggae music. So you can link me up if you want performances for any holiday function, wedding, parties, funeral. I write stuff for that as well. And I do personal pieces for poetry. So if you have a anniversary coming or you want me to write a poem for your anniversary, I can do that. I can write it, perform it. And you can find me on WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn, X. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on my yard. My contact information is this, poetrythemax@hotmail.com. And my phone number is 917-557-3806. Thank you, Lady D, for this
Yep.
platform.
Of course. And for Jackie now. So Jackie is, I tell you, Jackie baked the cakes for my wedding that we would put in the boxes. I'm encouraging Jackie to go learn the icing part, the icing part of cake decorating because Max, Father Jesus, Jackie cake was
Yes,
to
so they
die
put the
for.
cake fell off.
Jackie cake was
Yes.
so nice. And she couldn't have made the actual wedding one because Jackie need to go get that skill. And it was just last week, Carlene from church come to me and said, Sister D, the cake that we got at the wedding, she said, she just a pinch, a pure pinch, she pinch.
You know what you done?
Because she no want to finish. Now you know the cake they would then put in the box.
Jamaica should have said you're Kenchi. You're not
Listen,
Kenchi.
listen to me now. And then she made one for me because I like it with the nuts and raisins and stuff. So she gave me one for myself. But for the ones that she cut
Okay.
up and thing,
Nice.
listen to me. So she placed an order with Jackie. So Jackie, hey, contact Jackie. As she said, Christmas a come, pudding a bake, 917-533-2380. That's her number. And for the Business email, it's PUDDN, short for pudding, PUDDN, pan, not pun, PANTOP at gmail.com. Please support. And for yours truly, so I'm stepping up my game. If you're hosting an event, I hosted the Bronx Neighborhood Housing Services gala the other day, and was told how well I did and so on. So I'm pushing that even more for hosting duties, your gala, your concerts, your baby shower, and blah, blah, blah. You may contact me at 914-304-2592. Most of you have my number. Or contact me on my email, inside of the zone nyc at gmail.com. Of course, most of you are aware I host a twice weekly radio program, the Monday Drive on a Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern, and Thursday 6 to 8 p.m. Center Stage. Please support. It's good to have Chris Wilby here. Chris Wilby airs my program on his platform, and I've been supporting him by blasting his promotional things and so on. And also the show, both our shows are carried in Jamaica on Fit FM 96.7, courtesy of Julia Mika Benaya. So we're busy. We just need to roll in some money. That's it. So Thanksgiving are come up, Christmas are come, and we are gone. So blessings, everybody.
Yes.
We love you. And Max, you're now going to eat your tea.
Oh, you want me to know something? Wake up soon this morning. I make me tea. I eat breakfast long time. I lunch. Me I go for now.
No wonder she now rush me.
Yes.
Oh,
no. No, man. Me eat before me come here this morning. Me wake up as Scott, so give me draws this morning. And I made festivals, the Premix festival that Grace sells. I did that. So I made some festival and cook up cabbage and corned beef. And that's what I had for breakfast, and a cup of ginger tea. So my belly full.
Galang. Okay. Well, that is good. Me going to prepare something now. Me happy. Me going to prepare something. And everybody make sure to drink like a tea for belch. Because everything we feel one like something we say a gas. So go drink a tea and enjoy the rest of the weekend. We're busy over here, so life still a keep. But remember,
yes,
and family members having grouses, have issues, in a malice, please make it up. Make it up,
right.
And don't do the cut. We out, Blessings. Max, love you.
Take blessings and love.
Bye, everybody.
Take care. Bye.
I'm Lady D Denise Gomez, and I have exciting interview segments and features inside the zone. For recording artists, you can sing? Well, Inside the Zone, second Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. is for you. Writers, share your story, no man, in From the Author's Zone on third Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Male Zone has unbelievably juicy stories of love, heartbreak, and triumph. 7 p.m. has never been this good. On Mondays, it's news, talk, engaging features at 7 in the Monday Drive. And Center Stage has everyone talking on Thursdays. Be a part of the show. Email me insidethezone@gmail.com or call me 914-304-25